Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Hold on just a second while we make sure everything's all good and ready. So, hope you guys are having a good day. Things have been going a little bit slow for me, not a big deal. Just give me a second, I'm making sure everything's set up right so we can actually start. Okay, I think we're all clear. Let's get back into this. I was interested in picking back up at this yesterday, so here we are again on Yoshi's Island prototype. So yeah, I've just been in the mood to play this again. I've been like bored out of my mind, not really sure what to do right now, so just figured naturally this would be a fun thing to stream again. I checked on like the VOD yesterday, and as far as I can tell, everything was fine. I really appreciate the outpouring of support. I mean that at the bottom of my heart. Like, I was actually surprised how many people checked up on the VOD yesterday, and I was glad to note that there were like quite a few people who'd watched it, so it seems like things have gone well with this. No problems with, like, the video being taken down, no issues with, like, viewers, just seems like everything's gone well, and I really do appreciate that a lot. I wasn't even planning to do a second game like when I was doing Paper Mario and the Origami King, but this just kind of turned into a scenario where this kind of sprung up out of nowhere, and Yoshi's Island is like one of my favorite games of all time, so it's natural I'd want to play this, to be honest. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully better than I am. It's not like it's been bad, just been not really a lot I felt like talking about. So interesting. I'd mentioned a lot of changes. It seems like Poochie's like mechanics aren't set in stone yet here either. He's following me, and I think he's supposed to like if you sit on his head, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to move in the the final version. He's not doing that. It's not like it's a big deal though. I love seeing this. I really hope we get more of this stuff in the future. Apparently there was more GigaLeak stuff posted today. I don't know if it's like newly discovered or what, but there was like extra findings that I saw. Like Game Explain posted some stuff that they found on their Twitter and also on their YouTube, I think. Apparently it's relating to, I believe Mario 64 was one of them. There's also Animal Crossing stuff for the N64 one, like, if anybody watching isn't in the know, Animal Crossing actually started with the N64 Japanese-only release, where it was Animal Forest instead of Animal Crossing. I don't think I remember all the details of that, but apparently it was, like, they had human villagers and one of the older versions, which is really fascinating to me. I think out of all the things that came out this leak, I wasn't expecting to see Animal Crossing news, but here we are. And it's actually pretty interesting in all honesty. Okay, so oh wait, that's right, the train tracks, you gotta use these to get around. Forgot about this. Such a weird concept. Cool to see they had this planned out like so far in advance. But yeah, it seemed like it was only like one thing unless I misunderstood the leak, and that was like, looked like there were meant to be human villagers at some point in the game's development. I don't know a whole lot about that. I mentioned Mario Kart. I don't actually remember what they said about Mario Kart. I might check up the details and like tell you guys what was on there a little bit later if I can find it. Hey Wayne, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you could make it. I'm doing alright. I'm glad you're able to be here. I'm excited to be resuming this, having quite a fun time checking this out. Also, how's the audio? Yesterday I checked on it, and I'll be frank, when I was looking at the audio and like checking my stuff, I like listened to one of my clips I recorded beforehand, and I thought the audio sounded a little bit on the quiet side. It might have just been me, but nobody ever commented on it, so I didn't think anything of it, so I decided to like work with the audio and try fixing it up where it was a little louder and you could hear the game as well as my voice, so figured that'd be good to help out for the stream at least. That way it's not super duper quiet and you guys can actually hear sound effects I'm hearing better. I wish I could remember what it was. I feel weird that I don't remember that bit of what I read about, but I do remember something I saw earlier in the leak, which is, I don't know if it was Mario Kart, I had to look, it was something, because I remember reading about a Mario game, I don't know if it was Mario 64 or what, but it's mentioned in, like, some sort of winged power-up or something, like it might have been like a precursor to the wing cap in Mario 64. I don't remember. I don't recall if I read like a whole lot of stuff about the leak. Interesting stuff, new stuff was found. This is proving to be like a really big leak. I guess with the name Giga Leak, you might expect that, but I didn't expect you're going to see like new stuff every day for so long. I thought this would be a few days and then it'd be done, and here we are still finding out more info about this leak after like 3 or 4 days. It's fascinating to me. Oh, god damn it, game. Enough of the fucking cactus spitting at me. Hold on a second before I say anything else. I mean, it's cool at least. This makes the dry spree of like no games from Nintendo a little less agonizing. Now we've got something to talk about, so better than not having anything worth talking about. How big it is, though, I'm kind of curious, just like how much more actual stuff is going to be leaked and like what all hasn't been found, though. Like there is so much that's been discovered just in one leak alone. Apparently the last leak that they had like was pretty big, and I'm still shocked at how big this Giga Leak thing is, that the fact there's still extra info. What happened there? I got kind of... Did I just get Baby Mario taken from me? Because it looked like something came over and like grabbed them out of my hand there. That's weird. The Yoshi games, at least the early ones, seem to have some weird theming when you think about it. It's a big deal, but like, I wonder why, like, in these first few games, like, there was such a big deal where it was like, baby snatching is like the plot line of the game. I don't get why Nintendo was doing that for the plot. That was really strange to me. All I remember is like Luigi gets kidnapped from like the stork or something. You know, I'd be curious if it'd be able to be like, or should this would be any good if somebody used to take like all that's here and polish it up and then repackage it to be like, well, it's already enough content to be a full game, but like give this another release, like even if it's like labeled as a fan-made game. But this would be cool to see, get like different take on Yoshi's Island released. I mentioned something similar to like that as an idea, and I thought that'd be cool to see here, and it'd be nice if somebody tried that. I don't think that's gonna happen, but that'd be cool. It's not like it's impossible for Nintendo. Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. I'm not sure where the game wants me to head to, so give me a second to figure out what this is all about. Okay, I guess I may have accidentally solved it, or not. I can't actually tell. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So the baseball player is supposed to solve that for you. I'm starting to wonder, like, how much stuff is present in the Giga Leak, though. Like, they seriously leaked a lot. I have to wonder if we're going to see, like, even more, because when I mentioned this stuff yesterday, I thought it was like, oh, they're going to be leaking more and, like, separated leaks and talk about stuff over time, and now we're seeing more and more. I'm starting to wonder if there's, like, stuff they haven't told us about that's, like, just waiting to be talked about. Nose. I'm sorry. My allergies are acting up really badly right now. I don't know why. It feels not great, though. Oh, of course, as soon as I screwed up, I end up losing and getting Baby Mario taken from me. Not even a chance to get him back. I'm not that upset about it. By the way, you guys might have noticed, I don't know what's up with it. Maybe it's just the way this version is programmed. I think this version of the game, like this prototype, doesn't have any saving, because I noticed when I was playing yesterday, all my lives were intact, but when I rebooted the ROM, and I think this is like both the ROM files, the save files didn't record any like actual progress. It's not like it matters, though. This actually has like all the levels already present in it, so there's no need to worry about whether or not everything's saved. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. A little harder to track him down, and the bubble isn't there because it makes him like more visible. See why some of these changes are made. This is like a lot less forgiving than the final game is. You get Baby Mario taken from you in like no time, and very much hard to get him back. Oh, my nose is starting to bother me. I'm sorry, this is not like turning up great at the moment. I didn't expect my allergies would start bothering me like shortly after I started the stream, and it's making it really awkward on me. Hopefully things will slowly get resolved over time, but I'm not counting on it. Allergies fucking suck, honestly. Hope you guys have been well. I genuinely feel bad hearing about people having like these issues with their health, like COVID's like the biggest problem, and everybody's worried about catching it, and God knows it's scary hearing about all these new reports of it, because a lot of people don't go out and wear their masks when they should, and it kind of makes you worry about whether or not you want to go out and like do things even when you need to, just because how many people don't exercise any caution now. I sure as hell don't want to catch it myself, and it sucks being stuck inside. Not even dealing with COVID right now, though, just fucking allergies being awful. Hopefully you guys are feeling better than I am, though. It's gonna be a relief when this shit's, like, finally gone. I can tell, like, this has had, like, a negative impact on everyone. I was, like, watching something on Twitch that, like, really made me kind of depressed, because it was about, like, COVID, but there was a little charity stream I saw on Twitch earlier, and I think it's, like, an annual thing. I've never really caught it before, but it's this Mario marathon, and I was watching this group of people playing through, like, a bunch of Mario games for charity, and couldn't meet up because of the virus, which seems like that's, like, their annual tradition. It sucks hearing about how many things that this virus has had, like, a huge impact on. Like, everything has gotten canceled, like, no good entertainment in terms of, like, going out. You can't go to, like, sporting events. E3 got canceled. Practically every big event got canceled, like Comic-Con. Anything you might want to go out in person to has been canceled. Not a great time when you think about that. Ugh. Remember, everybody was so happy and hopeful about 2020, and then the virus. Ugh. What an awful start to the year. I don't think anybody would have predicted this shit would happen. I mean, at least there's some positives, but I'm not sure there's too many, honestly, right now. At least watching stuff online has been fun. Like, there's been good stuff, especially with games and the Summer Game Fest, but outside of that, I don't know, man. Especially lame seeing companies that I like struggle as a result. I genuinely wonder what's going down with Nintendo, and if we'll hear about new announcements soon or not. I'm guessing probably not anytime too soon. Okay, so is this what we were trying to do to get up here? I wonder if we're going to see any more out of that, like, sometime soon. I've been paying attention to Twitch, like, every day out of, like, curiosity for game news, and not really a lot's been happening, even though they'll update, like, their thing with, like, Summer of Gaming whenever there's something going on. Apparently the Xbox channel's, like, really active right now, and they've been posting stuff. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the Summer of Game thing, or something gaming thing that's going on, though. I think that might be unrelated, actually. Is there something over here, or is it just this? I think it's just at the very end. Oh, what the hell? That's weird. Was the power-up not finalized? I'm sorry if I'm playing really sloppy right now. My fingers are screwing up on me, so it's not making it easy to play the game right. Ugh. Having, like, nasty finger pains. I think I might have, like, I don't remember what the name of it is, that disease you sometimes get in your fingers, or disease even the right word. Sakurai has that condition. I think I have that same condition, whatever it's called, like your fingers lock up all of a sudden. I wish I could remember the name of it. You don't know who Sakurai is, it's somebody in the game industry, the director of Smash Bros, so don't really worry about it, it's nothing really big. Okay, line up really carefully here. You know, I feel like it'd be neat to see, like, since I talked about games and, like, talked about betas, or actually really about betas, prototypes, whatever, I'd love to see someone, like, get a hold of stuff from Donkey Kong and leak more of that. I know that Super Donkey thing is there, and I played that yesterday. I don't know how I'd feel about it. It was kind of not that interesting. Apparently, I missed, like, a little bit of the stuff in Super Donkey, and it was just, like, a level in, like, one of the files that I didn't see because, well, I didn't really realize it was there, and the first level was, like, really buggy, so I kind of skipped over that bit. Oh, okay, this is kind of not the greatest in terms of the level design. This is kind of awkward to move around, but whatever. But yeah, I missed a level. Also, I missed out on some features without realizing it. Apparently, like, first file I played had, like, one extra level that I didn't see, and also, let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, there was also, like, a little feature where if you go in those tree stumps, which I found out, I'm not going to go back and stream it unless I have, like, spare time. Maybe if we finish this and I find I have like, extra time left over and I have the urge to, then we'll do it. But apparently you travel between the foreground and the background if you, like, use those little tree stumps. I don't know what that's supposed to be about in the game. I just found that really, really neat because I decided to, like, check around in case I'd missed any features, but it wasn't really enough content that I thought, yeah, this would be worth coming back to on stream, so I just kind of said, screw it, I'll just maybe consider going back at best. Oh, no you don't, you're not taking Baby Mario from me. There's something really cool about seeing that this is, like a huge game from my childhood. I really loved Yoshi's Island and, like, getting to see all this stuff. Okay, I'm not sure where the game wants me to go, but I want to beat all these levels, hopefully, eventually, so I'm going to keep trying this. How have you guys been doing? Like, played any interesting games or done anything interesting lately? Had anything you want to talk about? It's not like it's a big deal if you don't want to talk about anything, like, bring up any specifics. That's fine, just thought I'd ask. I've been not really playing a lot. I know Clubhouse Games got an update, and I played that a little bit in my spare time, because I was interested to see how things were, like, see if they made any changes, and seems like they improved the online stability, so that's good to see, at least. That's pretty much the only thing I know of that got changed in that, though. Still like it. I've been playing the chess a lot, not really sure I'm very good at it, but whatever. Let's see. Oh, I should talk about Fall Guys a little bit, because I was meaning to... I thought I could flutter jump, and I tried, and I didn't move at all when I did that. It should really help if my fingers would stop fucking locking up, though. Nobody I talk to ever knows about this or has this. Like, this is a weird thing to bring up. Like, if when I'm playing games, sometimes my fingers just jam up and barely move, and it feels absolutely awful. Like, I have to sit there and keep playing and just hoping it'll go away. Nobody knows is like what this condition is that I've talked to. Like, nobody else seems to have it that I've talked to, which is really, really bizarre. I don't know, I thought it would be more common. I hope nothing's wrong with my fingers. I hope I didn't get fucking horrible disorder at a young age. Didn't think playing video games would have that kind of impact on you, but I guess you never know. Where are we going here? Okay, is this seriously what I was missing out on? Is that I kept dying over here, and how the hell am I supposed to climb up if I can't really get up high enough? That's annoying. Stuck in a sewer pipe that we can barely move around in. I kind of want to see somebody put up DK files for, like, Donkey Kong Country sometime. I don't know if that'll ever happen, like, this leak, or, like, well, I meant to say Donkey Kong Country's in, like, the whole series, maybe. I want to see, like, more of it. I don't know if Super Donkey relates to it or not, but I've always liked that series. Very, very close to me in the same way Yoshi's Island is, although not as heavy on my childhood. Like, the impact isn't as big, but I always liked those games a ton, so I would love to see something come out of that. See, like, the dev process. Apparently, it was, like, quite a lot of stuff that Rare decided on. Like, I'm not sure they immediately chose to do, like, 3D-ish, like, models for the Donkey Kong sprites. Also, I'd like to see, like, behind the scenes of Donkey Kong 64, maybe. That'd be nice. Like, I feel like that's a topic that'd be worth it. I can't imagine that it was just, like, the very first idea they had for a 3D Donkey Kong game, and it immediately got approved. Although, I don't know much about game development or this kind of stuff, so to be honest, I'm kind of just guessing. That's weird. Where the fuck is the exit to this level? I've been wandering around it a lot, and I haven't seen anything that resembles a level exit anywhere. It just leads me in a fucking circle. Like, what the hell? Actually, come to think of it, it's really interesting to me. Oh wait, is this supposed to be... Did I go down here? Because there's like a thing that shows a down arrow, and I don't think I ever tried going down there. No? Okay, I guess not, because I went down and it just takes me back here, which... that doesn't really help me any. Interesting. Okay, I'm not really enjoying the way the water physics are working in this version. It's not like it's bad, but flutter jumping is, like, not very useful in this version. I'm pretty sure in Yoshi's Island you could always, like, flutter jump and, like, continually keep doing it. And this, when you try to flutter jump, you get, like, a bit of flutter jump and then it breaks off and you have to, like... yeah, you just keep going normally. You don't get, like, a continual flutter jump here, which is bothering me a bit. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country is great. Also, like, Donkey Kong 64 is what I was meaning to talk about, excuse me, sorry. And doesn't say, like, Donkey Kong 64 is, like, super different from every other 3D, like, 3D platform 3D game that it has made, like, back in the day. I was gonna say, I know it's made by Rareware, so that probably had a little bit of impact on, like, decision making, but it's weird how all these other games focus on, like, well, you get stars to collect, I guess, in Mario 64, but okay, I think I'm gonna come back to this level, because even though I don't mind it, I don't know where the fuck this level wants me to go, and I've gotten stuck and haven't figured out where the game is asking me to go, so let's go down another passageway and try our hand at that. Maybe that'll resolve us getting somewhere else, and we can come back in a minute and try to figure out what the hell that level is and how to beat it, because I have gotten nowhere with it. But yeah, DK64 was a weird one. So it's like a collectathon, and swatching like 5 characters and not the best way. They had like too many collectibles. As good as the game as it was a little bit of a mess. And this is coming from somebody who actually likes Donkey Kong 64 and not the other way around, like somebody who hates it. I've seen a lot of people bash DK64 in recent years, but I think it's really good. I don't know, I genuinely really always liked it as a kid. I didn't think it was amazing top-tier quality design, not even the best game that Rare made, but I never thought it was bad. Now I see like all these people nowadays who shit on the game, and I think what started is partially some guy who posted like a video on it. It was labeled like bad game design Donkey Kong 64. I feel like it's weird how people will quickly just watch something that somebody popular puts up and immediately start choosing to follow this opinion as their own, even if they have never played the game, which is not the greatest thing to see on the internet, honestly. I think Donkey Kong 64 is good. I really do. I kind of wish we could see another 3D Donkey Kong game, honestly, at some point, which who knows if that'll ever happen, but still. Whatever, I guess people will be cheap and follow opinions blindly without forming their own. Part of what bothered me about that is like DK64 gets bashed a lot, and I genuinely do actually have to think like how many of these people have played the game versus how many are following somebody else's opinion and just basically saying somebody else's opinion as their own, which is not a healthy trend to do, in my opinion. It's not a big deal, but still. It's not like there's anything wrong with it, though. They recycled bosses. They do have a lot of collectibles, and changing Kongs isn't very easy, and there's probably like too many Kong-specific features that made it a little bit of a headache. And then you combine that with stuff like sloppy minigames that are just tossed in there that aren't really great. It's overbearing at times, as good of a game as it is. I feel like a lot of Rareware stuff was like really good, but there's also a lot that wasn't. I don't think Donkey Kong 64 is one of those worst games. Okay, yeah, thanks game, I couldn't get Baby Mario back because he fell in the hole. I might have been able to get him if I waited instead of jumping, but whatever. You can definitely feel the lack of polish in this compared to the final Yoshi's Island. I still like this, but definitely rough around the edges. Thank God Nintendo was really good about like testing all their ideas to make sure that they could make them all work well, and they were all fun to play before they decided on a final game. I still think it's weird how they chose to just throw away so many ideas from this, though, like this prototype, instead of keeping them, and just changed things so drastically. Maybe they just thought this didn't work amazingly? I don't know. I'll be sure to check out like more of this stuff if there's anything that gets cropped up particularly interesting. And oh fuck, I already messed up. Why did I not just die instead of getting shoved into the bottom where I can't move? Okay, that's not good. I can't actually play because the fucking game doesn't seem to register that I'm trapped under these blocks right now. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Now it figured it out after like a few minutes of doing that. I'm guessing they didn't test everything like amazingly well during the first few versions or whatever. I wonder if this is like close to the release version or if they did like several more. I don't think there's any way to really identify like what version of the game this was for, like it got to the final version. It would be cool though. You're having internet problems? That's alright, Wayne, I understand. Sucks that you're not able to, like, hang around and keep things working easily. Hope things are going well for you. Okay, I'm probably going to link this thing in the Discord in a second. I'm surprised there's been like a lack of people around. Oh, hey, C's, glad to see you could make it. Just been hanging out, playing this. Not been quite as smooth as the first session. The levels have been little on the not as simple side and not as polished either, but I've been enjoying checking this out. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. Been a little weird for me, not anything bad. Oh yeah, by the way, I had something else I was going to talk about that I got sidetracked about, like when I was going on certain conversations, so you're mad. That's alright, it's not a big deal. I mean, if your internet's having problems, it sucks, but hopefully things will get resolved soon, or at least I hope they will. Okay, where was I? Oh, I was talking about, like, stuff I was doing yesterday, and that's right, I was watching a show. I started watching some, like, new stuff yesterday, actually, for the first time in a while. Like, I was watching another anime, and it's something I was meaning to check out for a while. Speaking of which, one day, I don't know when, we're going to get Trast set up and start watching stuff. I think right now my focus is just going to be on, like, finishing the stream games I want to do and, like, setting up the stuff that I want to do for the first time, because I have a lot that's not ready yet that I'd like to do. Like, for example, I still want to do YouTube night eventually, and I still want to do, let's see, what was it, Parsec, where we can do nights where we do, like, a bunch of multiplayer stuff, so I want to get that stuff, like, completely ready where I'm able to do, like, Parsec and watch YouTube videos with you guys, and you can just recommend stuff that we can watch. That way, we'll have that ready, and then, once that's over, we can start doing stuff like on Trast and watching anime or shows. I've been really enjoying doing whatever. I've been dedicating a lot of my time to streaming, though, so I haven't had a lot of free time to myself where I've enjoyed myself. Oh, no, get back here! That baby, you little ass, get back! Fucking bandit! Oh my god! Quit stealing him! Okay, thank you. That was annoying, actually. Really annoying. Those are still some of the worst Mario enemies, or maybe Yoshi's the better word. I think bandits have only showed up in like, Mario spin-offs outside of this, actually. Still there? See, he's just checking because I haven't seen any messages. I think YouTube's counter might be glitching out. It's not really a big deal. If not, I understand if you're not able to hang in there and watch. I hope nothing's wrong with the stream, though. So yeah, I was watching a show and I got distracted about talking about it, and I wanted to talk about it now. Something game-related. Oh, cool. Hopefully it's something interesting. Okay. Just checking. So yeah, I was watching a show that I just started on yesterday. It's called Tower of God. It's really, really good. Apparently it's Crunchyroll original. I don't have Crunchyroll, so I had to watch it on some other site. But I've been enjoying it a lot. Like, it's been really, really interesting. It's got a very, very weird premise to it. Let's see. Okay, we'll do 2-4, and then we'll go back and see if we can figure out how to beat 2-2. If not, I'll just save the level for later. What is this? Let me see. I can talk about the show in a second. Website. Wait, what's the site? Employees can review a company. Oh, okay. Players from 343 Industries. It's Halo. Oh, they treat their employees awful. Toxic company. That sucks. 18-hour shifts. That's not great to hear about. Like, I'm surprised that like, that's not been, like, well, I don't know what the right word is. I would expect OSHA would be checking in on that after seeing, like, a review over it or something, like, fixing it up to workplace standards. I'd be surprised if Microsoft isn't aware of this. Like, that's gotta be messed up. Like, surely they would find out and know about this and do something instead of just letting it get out of control and get it under better management. That's like really terrible though. The only like the place is shitty in a toxic environment, but also there's issues with like the management and long shifts for no reason. That's not good to hear about in games at like any point. Oh my god. One thing that's bothering me about this, not a big deal, are these mechanics though. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like it hurts too much, but the fact Yoshi controls so differently in this does not help a lot. It's not like it's super different, but the egg tossing combined with stuff like the lack of proper flutter jumping makes this like significantly weirder to play. If you guys haven't noticed, like, let me try to demonstrate this. When I jump, you can see the flutter jump. Well, if you try to do a second flutter and you try to like get up and actually perform it, it doesn't work. You can't like do continual flutter jumping like in the final version of Yoshi's Island, so your jumping is far gimped from like a final release, and it's causing me to mess up a lot of jumps that I wouldn't in the original version. For anybody who's never played it, one thing that's like really simple to get a hold of and use in Yoshi's Island is Yoshi's jump. Well, this flutter thing continually happens. You can jump and you can like hold down the button to keep fluttering. In this version, it's one flutter jump and then you don't get to keep doing the flutter, so you lose quite a lot of that momentum you get in the final version, so you have to really watch where you're moving with the flutter jump. It's bothering me a little bit because it's like my intuition in Yoshi's Island is like, okay, I know I can make this jump, I just need to do my flutter jump in a specific way, and because this version is so different, it's screwing with me because I'm not used to doing that, like flutter jumping only once. Nearly finished the blue streamer area and Paper Mario. That's good. I'm just thinking about picking it back up tomorrow, so if you finished it by then, that'd be probably a good time for me to do the stream. You could probably watch then, because I'm going to be getting close to finishing that area then. I mentioned this on another stream when I was playing this, and I guess now you guys can see it. I mentioned that I went through a door, and I just suddenly went in the air and fell to my death. That happened again. I don't know what the fuck the problem this prototype has, but for some reason it doesn't have the door set up correctly. Like, why am I getting fucking sent out of a door, just fall down and die? That doesn't really make any sense. I guess they didn't code the doors correctly at this point or something. I think I need to go another direction, like go upwards or something, otherwise I probably wouldn't have fell down like that. Problem is, I don't know where I'm supposed to go to. Let me see. Next gen, I mean, I think it's because I got sidetracked, my bad. Let me see, I'll try to catch up the question in a second. Let me take a moment. I'm trying to figure out where the hell the game wants me to go. I'm gonna take this door one more time, only because I feel like I may have potentially missed something when I was falling, but I really doubt it. No, this door is just a death door. What the hell? I know they were testing stuff, but why are there randomly doors that drop you out in the sky and just kill you? That's really fucking weird, like really weird. I'm talking about the decision that fired, no questions asked. That sucks. Checking on the question about, you asked earlier about the next-gen stuff about PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy one or not. I mean, my biggest concern about getting an Xbox Series X or getting like a PlayStation 5 pretty much comes with the, well, A, the cost, and also the matter of, like, also whether or not it'll be worth it, whether or not the games will be worth it. Like, I'm genuinely thinking about getting a PS5. I'm not super concerned about getting a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, especially the Xbox, because I know all those games are mostly available on like PC already, but there is one thing that slightly concerned me, which I was actually, like, looking into some stuff on my PC. Oh, shit, I did not mean to jump from there, and that killed my jumping. Jeez, the levels are a lot more rough around the edges than they are in, like, Final Yoshi's Island. The actual full version of this is, like, so much sharper. But yeah, I have played, like, all of Yoshi's Island a lot easier and finished the game. This is really rough. Anyway, like I was saying, I was playing on NPC stuff recently, and I did have some lag in a game, and I was a little concerned. It's not like it was really a big deal. I think it's because of the game I was playing more than anything, because I think it was just unoptimized. I was playing Serious Sam 3, because I mentioned I had been doing a playthrough of it, and I'd finished it recently. Right when I was getting near the end of the game, my game started chugging, like, really hard. I think the reasoning for that, though, is more that Serious Sam is one of those games that pushes systems to their absolute limit. You ever looked at a Serious Sam game before? The devs have a tendency to fucking swamp the screen in like a billion enemies, so there's always like way too much enemy overlap, and it's impossible to fucking navigate the levels easily. Like, there's almost always like a swarm of enemies coming in Serious Sam. It doesn't get too bad most of the time, but then like on the last level, they went fucking ballistic, and like near the end of it, like there's so many enemies all up at once that you can't really, like, you can't kill them all. You have to basically run through the fucking horde of enemies and try to just kite your way through until you get to the end of it. And it made my computer lag a bit. Even the cutscene started lagging. I think that game's just like really badly optimized, though. I don't think I've had many games on my computer that have been, like, too laggy. That's another problem with PC gaming, though. Fucking dealing with, like, lag from games because developers don't set everything up perfectly. I think this level might be bugged, unless I'm mistaken. I don't see any way to beat this. Let me try going backwards a little bit. Because, unless I'm misunderstanding, it looks like I would need a Shy Guy boost to get up here, and that has to be timed, like, next to perfectly. Okay, maybe. Wait, let's see. I got the ring. Wow, okay. Yeah, I think this is a broken level. I wasn't certain. I was trying to, like, check the other parts of the area, but there's no floor. How the fuck is there supposed to be anything beaten here if you can't go anywhere? Yeah, this is definitely... I don't think this level is completable. I have to check it later. I'm sorry if I've wasted time here, not my intent, and I can't leave the level, so I guess I have to kill Yoshi to get out of the level. Alright. Not what I was hoping for. Let's just go... I'm gonna come back to the levels I've been, like, having some trouble with, like 2-2 at another point. Maybe, say, screw 2-4 as well for right now. I might need to make a note of, like, all the levels that I skipped over, though. Give me a second. I'm gonna, like, write these down really quick so I have, like, reference points for certain levels that I want to look info up on. S67. Is that normal? I know what you mean, man. It's not been great. I've been not really super excited about playing games. I think part of it boils down to, like, there not being a lot that's released right now, and there's not a lot to talk about. I've been upset over that. Like, that's something I wish we could get more of. It's just been... Well, I mean, we got Microsoft announcements and Sony's, like, a few months back, but there's not any... Oops, I meant to go over the next level. Whatever, I can do the bonus again really quick. Doesn't matter too much. But yeah, I've not had, like, a huge urge to play, like, a lot of games lately myself. I've been feeling the burn. I think it's because there's not, like, a lot coming out this year especially, and what we have is not the most interesting either. Actually, on that same note, since I bothered to bring that up, I feel weird looking at Nintendo stuff, and I think it's because they're, like, not showing much, but It's sad how all we've got that's came out recently has been a fucking Animal Crossing update, and there's that Tetris stuff, but that's like literally it. I also find it funny how out of like all the stuff that was advertised for like Xbox is like things they were trying to like advertise was like an exclusive Tetris game for Xbox Series X, and it's like I don't think a Tetris game that has co-op is going to really catch anybody's attention. I think Tetris 99 on the Switch is probably going to stay like extremely interesting compared to like Tetris Effect, and probably have a lot more people playing it over time. I think this Tetris Effect thing is only going to just slightly distract people from Tetris 99 at absolute best. Like, it hasn't lost any traction since it released. It's only gotten people into Tetris, and that means people that also have never even played Tetris are picking up Tetris 99 because it's that much fun. Let me see. Yeah, there's Halo, but... Actually, wait, is Halo Infinite supposed to be like a day one game? Actually, I wasn't certain about that. I didn't keep track of like everything that was coming out on day one. Why is there a giant F over here? That's weird. Just a giant, weird sculpture made out of F. Oh well, let's keep moving and see what this is. Oh shit! I'm gonna lose if I don't watch it. My time limit for keeping Baby Mario is running really low, actually. Jesus, they don't hold back on the enemies, though. This is a lot harder than what it feels like it should be. Probably why it got changed so much to have easier difficulty settings. Or difficulty, excuse me. Oh, wow. I don't know if that was in the original. I don't remember. Or the final, I mean. When you hold the big egg up, it seems to cause Yoshi to wobble, though. Like, his movement is, like, unsteady. That's interesting. Really interesting. I don't like the rush, like the panicky music either, but that's something I think's been in Yoshi's Island for a while. You're gonna get the Game Pass? It's always in Series X? Cool. I know there's been like a lot of good stuff coming out on Xbox Game Pass, like they've offered a lot. I'm impressed with like the offerings, and if I ever had an Xbox, I would probably consider getting it. I'm not sure if you can buy the Xbox Game Pass for like a PC or not. I've thought about it if that's like actually possible, because I know there's like a lot of... Wait, what? I grabbed... Oh, the fucking bandit took him when I picked him back up, so it stole it away from the bandit. No wonder that's what happened. I was wondering why I suddenly just lost Baby Mario out of nowhere like that. But yeah, the Game Pass has got like a lot of good value, and I've had interest in it for the games on it, and if there's like a PC version of it, I would have probably gotten it, but I don't know if there actually is or not. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I like. That's one thing I really do like, that Microsoft puts all their stuff up on like PC and Xbox, so you can get like all these games on PC. I haven't really bought much from like the Windows Store, but it's still like a nice little thing to have the option. Can you just fuck off instead of stealing the baby? Thank you. See, Game Pass for PC, it just has less stuff. That's kind of lame, but I guess I could understand. Makes sense. Is there a Pass? Yeah, Game Pass has a lot of value. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. I know there's going to be like a Dragon Quest 11S on it now, so that's like another big value thing that's getting added to it. Like, it seems like the offerings for it have just gotten better and better over time. Certainly is a lot better than what Nintendo's offering, which is fucking NES and SNES games. I'll be the first to say that's like a really lame way to try and entice people to pay for the online. I don't know what they're going to pull this year to try and get people to buy the online, but they better have something good. Like, there's not even Smash DLC being talked about right now, so that's not really helping their cases any. I like Smash as much as the next person, but when you're not showing anything, that's really worrying. No new games, nothing really interesting in terms of, like, updates on games happening either. Even the Animal Crossing update that just came out looks kind of lackluster, if I'm being honest, actually. Like, what really bothers me about that is, like, yeah, I saw the update stuff, I'm sure, already, and there's, like, that Dream Suite. That's a nice little feature, and so are the fireworks, but that's not much to call a content update. That's, like, pretty much the bare minimum for a content update, and the game's, like, lost a lot of steam for me. I haven't felt the need to boot Animal Crossing back up in so long, and Nintendo needs to do something if they really want people to take New Horizons seriously again, because I think most of the people who've been playing it are sick of it by now, and for good reason. Like, the swimming was cool for a little bit, but it didn't really add any sustenance that made it, like, that much more... There's that much more urge to play it, and Dream Suites are something that should have already been in the game, and it's nice to see them there, but I don't feel like it's going to help the game at this point. The game needs new features and not just shit like Dream Suite. Like, give us an actual beefy content update, then people will be happy with the game. We need new content really badly in Animal Crossing. And I mean really badly. New activities would be good, yeah, new shops too. I know they've had other stuff in certain games that they don't have in New Horizons, so that would probably be welcomed here. Also, there's apparently, like, mini-games. I remember those from, like, an update in New Leaf, because I never played it, but I watched somebody do that, and I would love to see that come over. Oh, god damn it, really? I was, like, pretty close to the end of the level, I think. This is gonna take a little bit, because these levels have been a lot harder than the last ones, I'll put it that way. All the shops from the old games, yeah, it's kind of not really been keeping my interest. I genuinely feel like I've just not really had the urge to boot it back up. And brother has Animal Crossing. Well, if you decide to get it, I hope you like it. I've been not really... every time I turn it back on, I just haven't been able to find the urge to play it anymore. It's kind of dried up for me. Once you go through all the activities and get everything done, the game really loses steam. There's not really a lot of reason to come back to it at that point, and it really shows, especially if you're not into the terraforming too much, so it just throws away anything you could really look forward to. The special NPCs that are supposed to be useful and help you don't show up very often. I don't know if they changed the spawn rates, but you literally need Gulliver to get your hands on, like, the golden shovel DIY and some of the recipes he gives you for, like, saving him, and his spawn rate was busted last I checked and didn't really spawn him like when it was supposed to, so it's been bad on that front. And also, apparently they added, like, another Gulliver variant where he's, like, got a pirate costume. I don't know how different it is. The stuff that they use to, like, advertise, like, new version, or not even new versions, like, new things each month, though, like, the bugs and fish have, like, really not been cutting it anymore. That's, like, the big reason to come back to the game, is that, hey, look, new bugs and new fish are added to your games, like Creaturepedia. Now you can, or Critterpedia, and you can, like, keep collecting more bugs or more fish, and it's like, I think I'm sick of collecting new bugs and fish now. Please introduce something actually worthwhile that's, like, something that'll keep me interested before I come back to it. Otherwise, I'm not going to have any urge to play it again. It's just not cutting it. The sharks are a good thing for the game, but, like, it's just new fish, and it's not really enough to keep me interested in playing right now. That's, like, the big thing that's going on is the shark season, and there's been a lot of new bugs, and that's pretty much the only thing I really care about in Animal Crossing, and that's not much. Where the fuck did Yoshi go? What happened? Did you see that? I was sitting there, and then I got hit by the bullet bill, and Yoshi's sprite just got launched up into the air. What the fuck? I couldn't see him anywhere. That is the weirdest thing I have ever witnessed happens in this prototype so far. Like, that was so bizarre. just sitting there casually, this shit happens, and then Yoshi fucking rockets off into God knows where, and I can't continue because I can't fucking see my character model anywhere. I guess that's to be expected that there's glitchy shit, though, in a prototype. Make sure we get all our eggs so we can keep moving. Sorry, this has been, like, really rocky. I didn't expect the difficulty would suddenly spike up this high compared to the last stream. Actually, I thought it'd be relatively close to the same. Let's see. I think it's boring fast and task. Yeah, this has not been worth it for me, if you ask me. Like, I like Animal Crossing, but I just can't keep bothering to come back to it after having not anything else to do, and I feel like there were more activities in, like, other Animal Crossing games that I got at, like, stuff I was interested in that I could do. Like, there seemed to be a lot of stuff you could mess around with, and it seems like all the big features that are missing are, like, Nintendo's holding on to them for updates and New Horizons, and it's like, this is a good idea and all, but it kind of hurts the game by making it where there's not really a lot of reason to play it just by launch and, like, keep playing it, because you start to get bored after so much time. Like, the lack of features shows up and is, like, very apparent really quickly. I feel like that was a mistake to try and only make, like, a lot of new updates for pre-existing stuff in the series instead of, like, leaving some of it. That's something that bothers me a little bit. That's interesting. I wonder just because I was on that platformer if I can genuinely just kill the cannons, because I never thought to try that. Oh no, you can kill the cannons in this version. Okay, that might help a little bit if I try that. But yeah, you're kind of right, Lane. I'd hate to say it, like, yeah, I've found myself not really wanting to boot Animal Crossing back up, and even, like, Clubhouse games, I found myself, like, eagerly turning back on Clubhouse every now and then. It'd have been, like, really, really satisfied with my playtime. Oh, come on! You can't be serious! It fucking shoved the baby off of the screen where I couldn't reach him, and he just immediately died, so I couldn't continue. Wow. What's with the second world levels, actually? The second level in the second world is kind of not very good. The fourth one is literally incompletable unless I'm wrong. And then fucking in this level, like, this fifth one is ridiculously hard for no real reason. That's really bizarre. Wait, what are you talking about? I had a brother named Trey. I guess you know somebody named Trey because, yeah, my name's Cray. I don't know why unless somebody thought my name was Cray, it's still a little weird. I guess it's somebody asked you about me or something, I don't know. Obviously not brothers. Then again, I know a lot of people on Discord, although there's also a lot of people I just talk to that well, a lot of people I have on my friends list I don't talk to, and a lot that I do know. I kind of hate that part of my life. I'm really bad when it comes to, like, socializing with people. I was watching, like, a YouTube video recently from, like, a channel that I've been watching more of. I've been, like, expanding, like, more stuff that I watched, like, recently, and one channel that I got into and started watching more of is, like, a channel that I saw YouTube recommend, and it's called Jaden Animations. I think it's a bigger channel, and I've seen it a few times on YouTube, and, like, something that was, like, one of their videos, like, really spoke to me, and it's, like, actually extremely accurate. For whatever reason, when it comes to, like, socializing with people, it's always, like, you're either really good at socializing, or you're not very good at socializing at all, like, you're terrible at it. For some reason, there's, like, no in-between. Oh my god! Why does it just immediately end the level if he stuck on the wrong side of the camera? Why doesn't it give you a chance to collect him? That's annoying. Really annoying. Yeah, I know I'm not the only one. It just sucks. It feels really lame. It's also not easy, like, speaking to people who don't seem to understand this and, like, end up getting confused when you're talking to them, so it makes life a pain sometimes. It's just, I guess it's because I don't talk to people, like, super often. I find myself, like, typically alone. I mean, the virus hasn't really helped that either. I didn't even get out much before COVID, but now I've gotten out, like, not really that much unless it's just to go get groceries. And because I prefer to get out and get stuff done with, then I just kind of spend as little time as necessary. Okay, that was a waste of time trying to get the eggs. I might as well just try to finish the level without actually collecting any at this point and just keep moving. This is proving to be a pain in the ass. I can see why this didn't get released as it is. I mean, they could have changed it more and made it even better, but this version is definitely not as polished as, like, the final version. A lot harder to play through. And I mean a lot harder. Wait, what about video games? Sorry if I missed a message and I wasn't paying attention. The mentality, I'm not sure what you're referring to, because I may have said something and forgot, but I haven't seen that many people who've been, like, against video games. I mean, I'm just not great when it comes to talking to people in general. Although, to be honest, yeah, my parents are definitely... Wait, oh, there he is. I say I couldn't see him. But yeah, my parents don't really help with that scenario. Wow! Fuck this level! The fact that if you mess up even a little bit, you have Baby Mario die on you is beginning to start to bother me. I might just say, fuck this level, just keeps up, because I'm not getting anywhere with it, and we've only lost time. I've been waiting to move forward, and I've been wasting more time trying to beat it. It's not really worth it at this point, though. But yeah, my parents are still kind of people who think video games have some negative stigma to them and think that because I play them a lot that I have an addiction. It's like, I don't even play them like that often. I play them like in a few hours. Like, I play them when I'm bored and not like hours on end typically. Like, streaming is a different matter because I need to stream hours on end, obviously. But when I'm playing, I typically play like 3 to 4 hours of games on end at absolute most before I take a break. I can't handle doing like super long sessions of games without stopping. It's just not really in my ability. Yeah, that's the kind of way my parents are. They blame a lot of my problems on video games, even though like, it's definitely just them being terrible parents half the time. Like, I still don't see them very often anymore, but like, they like to blame a lot of my problems I've had in the past on video games, and the excuse they try to use is like, oh, well, my brother turned out fine, and even though he didn't, and he played them in less than I did, and it's like, well, the difference there is that it doesn't really matter. If you want to consider yourself a successful parent, then you shouldn't be saying that you're successful because you had one kid move out and be successful. If you're going to be like a good parent, that means you're helping all your helping all your kids, with their problems and helping them get through their lives and not making it harder on your other kids for no real reason. Like, if you're using that excuse, then you've already failed at the basis of parenting. Like, you are not successful just because one of your kids succeeds. That's a really dumb way to look at things. They probably hindered our development more than they have helped it. Like, both me and my brother were forced into showing animals against our will and doing fucking outdoor shit for my dad that neither one of us wanted to, and didn't really help us any. It claims that it taught us, like, shit for, like, moving stuff or, like, measuring shit, and it's like, yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. This doesn't really help with anything. You're just saying this shit to try and justify forcing us to work outside. Okay, I'm gonna give this level one more chance, and if I don't beat it, we're just gonna come back to it a little later. I hate that I've wasted so much time on this, and I hope people who stopped by haven't got annoyed and upset over me being stuck on this level. It's not been my intent. It's just been really, really me trying to beat as many levels as possible and ending up with this session being filled with less than great levels like this one. I can see the prototype levels are really rough around the edges and probably needed to be worked on, which is why a lot of these probably got thrown away and weren't actually held on to. Like, these are very much not high quality levels. I'm guessing this is part of why Nintendo really doesn't want their prototypes getting leaked, is like, this is not good game design overall. This is like really bad level design on this one. Not annoyed with it. Yeah, it's a little, the difference between that is you're not playing it and I am. I'm not really bothered a whole lot, but it's enough that I've died like 10 times on this fucking level and it's starting to wear on my patience. This level is like killing me for the stupidest of reasons right now. Let me see. Some company actually released a modern light gun for HD TVs. Tested out Duck Hunt, $100. Here's gun only cost $100. That's pretty cool, actually. I wish more companies did stuff like that. Don't see as many companies like release products like that anymore. I'm not sure it's like related in the same way, but when you said that, you reminded me of something, and something I found really neat. I forget if I brought it up on stream. I like how, like, nowadays you see a lot of like game modding, and it's in a weird way, or hardware modding might be the better term for this, but yeah, like, people will mod their like SNES and NESs nowadays, and you see like all these cool looking little mods that people work on. Either it's like a slight mod they make to change something with the system, or they end up going into the hardware and like powering it up with like new chips that are released and are like pushing the limits of the hardware to see what they can do with it. It's such a weird thing, and it's not a big deal, but I love seeing this stuff. There's something about this that I just find really cool. It's something I wouldn't have expected to ever happen either. Like, something about the idea of seeing people take old hardware and take these new graphic chips and all this other stuff and just like enhance. Oh shit, where'd he go? Oh, he's behind the cannon. Oh, no! Fucking hell! I was like right about to grab him. Okay, this level isn't impossible like some of the others were, or not really too bullshit, but this level is just aggravating the ever-living shit out of me because of how difficult it is, and we probably wasted 20 or 30 minutes alone on this level, so I'm going to say fuck 2.5, and we'll consider playing it again later. It's going on the list with the other 2 levels that I've already added to it, because I don't want to sit here and waste time when we could be checking out more of the prototype. Like, World 2 has been astoundingly low quality compared to World 1, actually. I'm surprised the people are still, like, making stuff for, like, the NES and the SNES, actually. I'm sure the light gun has, like, more usage than just Duck Hunt. Obviously, there's other NES games, and there's probably other things they can use it with, but, like, that's actually really cool that somebody made something like that that's usable on, like, modern stuff. I'm really interested in hearing about that kind of stuff. If you've already played Island, is it worth playing it? I'd say, yeah, it's a download from a leak, and it's totally free, so might as well check it out if you haven't played Yoshi's Island. But I would say, like, anybody who's never played Yoshi's Island who's interested in this should be weary that this is not an indicator of Yoshi's Island's quality, because from what I've played of this so far, this is absolutely much lower quality than Yoshi's Island is. Like, it's a lot harder than Yoshi's Island is, and a lot less fun in a lot of areas, so I wouldn't vouch for this being anywhere near as good as like the full Yoshi's Island is. This is like, more or less, you want to check out what Yoshi's Island is like, or you want to play like this little prototype and check out like the stuff that's behind the scenes that didn't make it in the full game. There's more to check out. Like, this is probably worth it if you played it or not, for the hell of it, and see what it's like. Obviously, yeah, it's not a good standard for finished games quality. Let me see. Practical to the CTR just for that. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about a lot of older stuff. You can't really use it with like newer hardware. Even like older consoles, they don't really plug up the same way. You have to like get adapters and shit. Like you need to have like, say like a AV adapter or whatever to play like GameCube games or SNES games. There's people who have like things they sell where it's like you can buy like a little thing that you can hook up and you can make it so you can play the games through like an HDMI port, but those can be costly depending. I mean, it's not a bad alternative if you want to and you really need to. I'm sure getting like an HDMI capable thing for like a Wii or a GameCube isn't too bad, actually. There we go, just need to get that down. I played this one before, like, when I was testing and, like, looking around at stuff, and this level's actually completable, so I don't have to worry about this one having that low quality. Let me see. Practical to CTR. CTRs are just not that great in general, like, when you look at TV advancements, it's kind of crazy to see how much TV's progressed, in all honesty. Like, we went from having heavy TVs that not many people liked, the CTRs, to like more modern TVs that are like flat screen, and like the HD TVs we have now are significantly lighter and easier to like move around, and not like heavy fucking TVs you have to haul around everywhere with you. So yeah, TVs nowadays are significantly better, whereas CTR TV is like worse looking and much heavier and much harder to move around. It's not really great to hold on to them, and as a result, yeah, I don't think many people own them anymore. I don't really blame them. I don't miss CTRs too much. They're not really fun to use, honestly. I don't really get the nostalgia for having to use an old shitty TV that's like not very useful or isn't very fun. I'd rather use a TV that works and is very functional over a TV that just feels annoying to set up. Okay, so we got a mini game here, it seems like. I thought I saw progression through the level here and not like a mini game first, because I saw somebody get launched out the pipe and go upwards. Whatever, we can do this mini game. Shit, I'm gonna end up losing this mini game if I don't watch it. I don't think you can game over from the mini game, at least. Surprising how many mini games in this were like still in the prototype and didn't get changed, and then there's like 2 or 3 of these for whatever reasons that got, oh, okay, whatever, don't really give a shit if I lost as long as it doesn't affect me actually playing. But yeah, there's a lot of mini games that got cut out of this, like 2 or 3 apparently. Can I just go up now and launch up into the next part of the level, please? Okay, there we go. Oh no, I guess not, unless, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this isn't just a way up. I thought I saw this show you, like, going into the next part of the level. Maybe I have to beat the minigame first in this one for some reason. You got things like Animal Crossing from Analog? Hold on a second, I can try to catch up if I missed anything. Honestly, I feel like, in general, technology and, like, video games advancing is great, in my opinion. Wait, what? How did I mess that up? I didn't click anything wrong that I can tell. Whatever. Oh, wow, the AI got stuck for a second, I think. What? What did I do this time? Oh my god. I'll keep trying. I did this before, and I got it on, like, a single try or two. Now I'm fucking getting the balloon popping in my face over and over. Fucking annoying minigame. But yeah, I don't really agree with the... a lot of people are, like, stuck on nostalgia and, like, get upset over, like, certain ways of playing games. Like what you're talking about, like, we really advanced, and it's like our different ways of playing the game. Like, I feel like the analog stick is, like, a huge invention in gaming that, like, made a lot possible. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't know if that's what you're talking about specifically. Actually, I might have misinterpreted that a little bit. But I was gonna say, like, the analog stick is, like, I feel like it works really well, and it works fine for platformers, so I don't know why people are like, Oh no, if you're playing a platformer, you have to use the D-pad. It's the only way that makes sense. And then especially if it's about, like, 3D... What the hell? I know I did this without having problems. That is fucking bizarre. Wait, did your message go through? I'm not sure what you're referring to by your message. If you mean, like, the analog thing, then yeah, I can see that. Oh, talking about Nintendo and their mentality on ROMs and emulators. Yeah, I saw that. I was just talking about something else first that I saw. But yeah, I don't understand that obsession with, like, using, like, a D-pad and over, like, analog stick. I can understand certain types of controls are better for, like, certain games. That doesn't imply the case in every scenario. I don't feel like there's that much difference between using an analog stick over a D-pad and when I play, like, an older game. Unless it's something like Metroid, where it's, like, very, very crucial because Metroid requires, like, super precise precision, and if you don't use the D-pad, then it'll probably be a hamper to the gameplay, and it'll end up causing you more issues, but yeah, I think it's fine to use... There we go, finally! Like, yeah, anything works. I still think the analog stick is better, in my opinion, and a lot of people don't seem to like it very much. I feel like analog stick is like a necessity when it comes to playing through, like, anything that's 3D, though. Okay, so, yeah, never mind. I swear I thought I saw this as, like, a way to move on to the next area in the game. Maybe I misremembered. That was my bad. I could have sworn there was, like, a way up that was through this door. Whatever, we'll just finish the minigame this time and go figure out where we need to move to next, because I don't want to sit around wasting time on this level. So I thought I saw this level end. I'm not actually certain, because I might have seen something else entirely now. D-pad's looking at them right. You know the Pro Controller? Yeah, I know what you mean. The Pro Controllers isn't very good. If you ever played Tetris 99, Pro Controllers, D-pad fucks literally everything up and is really, really unwieldy. It's easier to just use the Joy-Cons to have the directional buttons. Like, I find to actually do things right when I've got the directional buttons out versus the Pro Controller. No, I didn't want to go back in! God damn it, I was trying to walk past the door that time. Okay, let me just intentionally keep fucking it up and see if the balloon will pop on me. Can you just let me get out, please, instead of doing this? Wait, maybe. Maybe if I hold on, it won't do anything. Yeah, this seems to be inflating the balloon more. It'll blow up if I keep waiting, I think. And agrees for Tetris 9 on the Pro Controller, you may be screwed. Yeah, I've tried it several times, thinking, like, maybe it was just me, but no, the fucking... It's really too easy to accidentally push on one part of the D-pad, and then the rest of it register for some reason, and it not understand that you're trying to hit, like, only one area, and it'll screw up all your button presses. Oh, fuck. Don't tell me the fucking ROM froze. Wow. That's actually really fucking lame. It just stuck the ROM, like, got the ROM frozen. Okay, let me reset. This will actually be fine, though, because I needed my lives back, and it's not like it saves your saves your lives your game folder anyway, so it's not like it matters anyway. You just still have 99 next time you boot it back up, so this will work. Pro Controller model do I have? The original or the updated? I think I have, like, both of them, actually. I had a Xenoblade one, but that one's got, like, drift right now, so I'm not using it any. And I have, like, another one that I used that I had from, like, early on, and I think I bought another... Actually, no, this is not about a third one recently, but I'm misremembering. That's right, I bought, like, Joy-Cons recently. That's why I was mixing it up some, but I bought another controller. I've been debating if I was going to get another Pro Controller or not. Nintendo's controllers this gen have been not the best, honestly. Like, they've all had some form of drifting, it feels like. The Joy-Cons in particular are really low in quality, and the Pro Controller is better, but it's not been like, perfectly working either. I genuinely feel like I've had issues with the Switch controllers, so none of them have really worked out great for me. Joy-Cons are a fucking disaster, though. Fucking play for, like, maybe 3 months, and then the Joy-Cons fucking break on you, and this happened with, like, pretty much every pair of Joy-Cons I've owned, so... yeah, I think I fucking hate the Joy-Cons. I mean, a lot. They're not very good as a controller. Joy-Cons are really shitty, honestly. You don't have a Play controller yet? That sucks if you have to wait to get one. You haven't been able to get one yet. I have mine. I think I got in, like, the console bundle I bought for it. It's very, very useful for playing in docked mode. Joy-Cons are not the greatest overall. They're not bad, just the drifting is like the worst part of it, and that makes it impossible to play properly in early outside of handheld mode. I mean, there's some points where they're actually good for stuff, but Joy-Cons have more issues than they do not. Like, there's a lot of problems that come specifically from Joy-Con drift. Too bad Nintendo can't seem to make a controller that actually fucking works for the life of them. Okay, I think this door actually is the one I was talking about when I was playing before, because I mentioned one of these doors fucking killed me when I went at it, so I'm gonna avoid this little pink door and not touch it, otherwise I might die. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe there was no... oh, wait. Hold on a second, so... am I wrong? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I thought I saw this level as like a finishable level, but when I look at it and I check it all again, is that really the only way I can go? Because the minigame house goes nowhere, and I don't see any other passageway. Give me a second. Don't tell me I've been wasting all my time not aware that I may have actually watched it less closely than I thought, but I thought for sure this level was actually finishable. Damn, I've been checking every level. I'm gonna have to look at these and see if there's like any that are... hey, I've looked at them. Maybe there's like an alternative way to complete the level instead of what I thought, because I'm not seeing any extra solutions, and obviously the only way I can go is like a door that fucking kills me when I walk out it, and this level doesn't seem completable, though. It's no wonder this didn't really get far, they didn't really fix it up much, and all the levels keep fucking killing you when you walk outside. That's not really something I would want to play, is half the levels are just broken for no reason. Like, you can see this in the castle level, like it points you to the door here too, and it's gonna probably kill me again, I bet. Let's see. We'll find out in a second. What the hell? Is that why I died? There's a part on the side where there's like a weird little section that you can fall in, evidently. That's very bizarre. That wasn't even in the castle level. They didn't have that. That's very weird game design, though. Hold on a second. That's quality so tiny. I've heard like the build of the Switch is like part of the problem when it comes to like the stick drift. I don't actually know how true that is, but I've heard like the Switch's problem is that it can't be easily fixed because of the way the Joy-Cons are designed and like the way the stick placement is. Apparently they didn't design in a way where they can easily change that, which is actually really stupid. It's like, at this point, I'd rather have functionality over Joy-Cons that are cool and have like more features. Like, I don't want to have drift if I can't fucking play in handheld mode. Like, I'd rather get fucking cool features as a secondary rather than being the big problem is that I can't fucking use my controller correctly. Sad how Nintendo's like obsession with gimmicks has ultimately led them to a controller that's not really utilizable in any way. Okay, that's bizarre. One point it works correctly, one point it drops me out the fucking door and kills me for no reason. That doesn't make any sense why at one point I was able to survive but not on another attempt. I think the door coding in this game might be broken. Really broken. Considering it'll just drop you out of the sky for no reason. I wonder what could even cause that. Oh god, I know this level just by looking at it. Do I like Imp's Adventure? I've never actually heard of that. Sounds interesting though. I know there's a lot of like old NES and SNES games I've never played, and probably I'm guessing it's one of those. I don't know. I need to check out more games. Oh boy. Oh wait, wrong button. Unless, yeah, this is it. Apparently eating the fuzzies in this version doesn't make you get dizzy, so there's that. I think this level is fucking infamous in game history. I think the effect might actually be worse too, so I'm not really looking to turn that on if I can avoid it, but for anybody who doesn't know about this already, if you touch a fuzzy in these levels, it will fucking make Yoshi get like really high like this, and he moves really awkwardly. The screen's like this too. It looks really weird and plays not great like this. Like it's like a drunken effect almost on Yoshi. Touch Fuzzy, Get Dizzy is like the name of this level. It's an infamously unfun level in the original though. Oh, okay, it does wear off. Okay, good. Board James, what? I didn't mention Board James. I was talking about what you were talking about earlier, because I've never heard of Imp Adventure before. I've watched that before, though. I like the AVGN stuff. I've never really cared about, like, a lot of the other series he makes, but I do like watching some of them and checking them out. It's mostly just AVGN stuff that I watch, but I do like to check on his other things occasionally. I used to really like watching, like, James and Mike's Monday stuff, too, and I kind of stopped bothering with it over time. Wasn't really a big deal, but I find, like, when I'm watching it, I've noticed Mike Matei tends to bitch about all sorts of shit. Like, he complains, like, oh, nowadays people can just use, like, save states and take away all the challenge from a game, and it's like, are you really going to sit here and whine about this shit? Like, why does it really matter if there's, like, save states and people can beat the game easier? Like, shouldn't you be grateful that games are not, like, brutally hard nowadays instead of like, fucking, or shouldn't games are easier instead of brutally hard now? Like, I mean, more games are playable and accessible and stuff you can actually finish compared to, like the older days where a lot of games you couldn't finish because they were too hard. I don't really understand that mentality. Like, oh, I beat it without save states, so nobody else should be allowed to enjoy it even if they use save states. It's like, I played games first and foremost to enjoy them, not to get an elitism about fucking beating a game. Bored in real life? Well, I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know why you said Bored James unless it's like a typo. Yeah, probably typo, but yeah, I don't really play board games very much in real life, especially not since the virus, obviously, but like, I never played many board games to begin with. I remember I played a lot of stuff as a kid, though, like, quite a bit of different ones. I think one of the ones I remember is I played, I think, what is it called? That Candyland board game quite a bit. And I also like to play Monopoly every now and then when I was younger, and I found it fun. I'm trying to think if there's any others that I remember, but I don't really play them a lot. Shit! I need that baby back. Come on. Help me out here. Thank you. There we go. Let's see if I can remember any others. No, I don't remember, like, playing a lot of board games. I mean, they're not bad. I think I played checkers a few times in real life, and I've never played chess on, like, an actual chess set, so there's that. Oh, you missed... you actually missed a message from you, I guess. Or no, I didn't miss a message. It just didn't go through, yeah. You heard Mike is an asshole in real life? If off camera? Yeah, I don't know if I would be surprised by that. I've heard Mike Matei is not the nicest guy in the world, and I've seen some of the streams, and he doesn't seem bad, but I generally don't know how much of his personality comes off as that shockingly great all the time. I don't know, I'm not going to say too much. I don't know the guy personally. Hey, C's, welcome back. Good to see you, glad you can make it back. I don't know. And from the little bits of like what I've watched on the YouTube channel, though, I get the impression that Mike is probably not as friendly when it comes to like the cast of people that work at Cinemassacre. Like, James Rolfe seems like a really good guy. Like, I watch like all his stuff and watch like him talking to fans or like meeting and answering questions. He's always like really friendly and like really cool and level-headed, and most people who meet James talk about him being like really friendly, and if they like ask for an autograph or whatever, he's always fine with signing a game or like talking about games with them for a while. Like, I always hear lots of good things about James. I'd love to meet him, but whenever it's like about Mike Matei, I've heard very few things that are like very great about him. Like, it doesn't really seem like it's that surprising either. Mike Matei comes off as one of those guys who, he's got a lot of opinions that I feel like maybe he should just keep to himself. Like, he's not bad, but his opinion about retro games is particularly stuck up. But the way he regards games as like, oh, you have to beat it the old-fashioned way. It's like, nobody gives a shit, dude. Like, people just want to play games to have fun, and you kind of sound like a douchebag when you're talking about beating games the right way just because that's how you had to do it. Like, seriously. And also, I've seen him, like, rag on, like, a lot of newer stuff that's, like, reboots, where it's, like, stuff where they tried new things, all because it wasn't the exact same as, like, games that he's already played. Like, I've watched him playing Wolfenstein: The New Order, and I recall him really, like, tearing into the game because it was different from, like, older Wolfenstein. It's like, I don't feel like that's really a point against it. Wolfenstein: The New Order was the New World Order, or whatever it's called. That was like a good game. I don't remember the exact name, but yeah, that game was really fun. I feel like it not being exactly like old Wolfenstein doesn't really matter. Interesting. Sprites are different here. The munchers don't look the same. Cussing like a sailor. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I don't know much about him personally, but what I've watched over, like, his live streams and stuff about him doing, like, gameplay, it doesn't really come off the greatest. I don't know, I've heard, like, a lot of things about him where you wouldn't expect, like, a lot of people talk about him not really being the greatest and saying certain shit, like, behind and other people's back. Like, I think I've heard something about him saying something about James from, like, the community, and, like, how his streams aren't that great. He seems like an alright guy overall, but he really does have a lot of problems that make him seem like a less than great person, if I'm being honest. That's the problem when it comes to, like, the internet. As much as I like a lot of people online and I like to watch a lot of stuff, you really never can know a person until you, like, actually meet them. Like, it's very easy to, like, go online and see somebody, see, like, one side of their personality, and then, like, very quickly you see a whole nother side of them that you've never seen before. Something I kind of dread about when I, like, look at people talking about celebrities, like, they come off as, like, really nice in, like, movies or stuff, where they come off as, like, really nice overall, and then you hear about, like, certain people who are supposedly really cool, and then, like, you try to talk to them in real life, they end up being, like, really unfriendly. Although I've seen some that where you'd think, like, oh yeah, they're probably not that great and they're easy to talk to. Like, for example, you look at, like, certain people that you may not look at them and immediately think, oh yeah, this person's friendly. Like, I've apparently, like, looked at some people who've talked to, like, Johnny Depp before, and, like, apparently Johnny Depp is, like, a really friendly guy and really easy to talk to, and when you watch his movies, it doesn't really come off as like, oh yeah, he's friendly. You'd probably assume that he's not that nice overall, but, like, he comes off as actually really, really nice from like all the things I've heard about him from like different people. So yeah, I'd be interested in meeting him one day. You never really can know. Like I said, it sucks. I'd try to be nice to people regardless whether I'm offline or online. Really sucks to meet somebody that you met or that you've known online, then you find out they're not actually that friendly. Not like that happens very often, but still. Since we're talking about like celebrities or like meeting people from like online or whatever from like different stuff that are like worth talking about, like people we'd be interested in meeting or people you'd want to avoid. Like, I'm curious, like, who, like, out of all the celebrities, who would you guys want to meet? I'm just genuinely interested in hearing. I think if I had to meet anybody, one person I'd like to meet is probably Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He seems really friendly, and everybody who talks about him talks about how nice he is. I feel like that'd be a really fun experience. Plus, it's like, I can imagine, like, it sounds like he had, like, a lot of fun, like, shooting a lot of the movies he was in, like, the Terminator stuff. Like, that sounds like a really enjoyable time. I would love to hear about that stuff. Sorry, what? How the fuck do I... Oh, I guess I had to go on the other side of the lock. That's weird. They're like that... They're like that are Kevin James and Bill... Oh, you're talking Bill Nye. Wait, oh, Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, I know about her. I never cared about her. She never came off as that great of a person to begin with, but... Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the whole Bill Nye thing. Okay, that's really stupid. He got stuck under the screen and I couldn't save him, and oh shit, the game fucking froze again. God damn it. That's actually really annoying. We have to reset the game again? Fine, let me reset. I should have been using the save states more, but I'll try to make a note to do it this time and not let something dumb like this happen. I don't know what to make of Bill Nye. I'm not sure if Bill Nye is, like, that great or not, but I mean, like, Bill Nye comes off as one of those people where his opinion is, like, really, really brass, and he doesn't really give a shit what anybody thinks about it, so, I don't know, used to like Bill Nye's stuff a lot, but after I like seeing how he acts on certain interviews, I don't know if he's actually that great or not. He doesn't seem terrible, but it doesn't then, like what I've watched of him, it doesn't look like he treats everybody who he interviews with very much respect, which is kind of lame to see. Like I said, it really just depends that you got close in Harrison. The Han Solo, Harrison Ford, yeah, that's cool. I would have liked to. I don't know if I've met anybody famous or not, actually, now that I think about it. I can't remember if I have. Closest I think I can think of is I was able to, when I was at E3, I remember that I was able to, like, see some of the people from, like, Nintendo over in, like, their little treehouse thing, because I didn't realize it at first, but I noticed that, like, there was, like, the area with, like, they're doing the treehouse section was, like, right above, like, part of the show floor, so you could, like, see where they were playing the games at. Fuck off with the stupid bandit shit, game. So wait a second, can I hit this with if I do this, like, if I come over and use that? I can. What a weird little section. It just exists to get a flower for not much purpose. I don't recall if I've ever met anybody famous. I don't think so. I feel like I probably have and forgot. Maybe one day. It's always great hearing about, like, some of the celebrity stories, though. Not all of them, obviously, but, like, you guys ever heard any of the stories about, like, Tony Hawk? There's some good ones. I remember, like, one story I read about on Twitter, like, recently, or no, it wasn't Twitter, it was on Reddit, like, basically, some postman was, like, driving by, and there was a kid who ran up to the postman and asked him to, like, deliver something, and kid came back out with like a skateboard and wanted the post office guy to or the postal guy to deliver it to Tony Hawk, and the post office guy took it for him and like made a personal message to like Tony Hawk, and then shortly after, like, Tony Hawk responded with like a video of him like seeing this and telling him to send the skateboard from the kid over to him, and he autographed it to him and basically said he'd send it back to the kid's house. That's like really cool to see. It's really great seeing people like the celebrities that actually are friendly and actually care about their fans and try to make like those good connections rather than the ones that are stuck up because they have that fame status. Ugh. Not like it's surprising. I know that some of them are like that because they've been around a lot of people, and it's probably not great having to deal with like a lot of people bothering you on a daily basis, but I mean, it's not like you should just treat fans that you meet just poorly all of a sudden. Like, not everybody's trying to get on your bad side. Obviously, paparazzi is pretty shitty, and I've heard lots of times about, like, the paparazzi fucking invading people's spaces, or space, and fucking harassing them while they're just trying to live about their daily lives. That must really suck. What is this? Apparently, I don't see what your message is unless you haven't typed it up yet. Let's see, just thinking. Alright, here's another question for you guys. Who's your favorite movie director? Like, out of all the movie directors, I'm curious. I unfortunately don't know, like, a lot of movie directors myself, so I can't give an easy answer to, like, who I prefer, but I know that I like a lot of different movies, and I've seen a lot of different stuff, and I can remember some of those directors. I don't remember them by name very well. Like, the big one I remember is, like, I remember, let's see, what's his name? George Lucas from Star Wars. I remember him really well. I think the guy who made the Alien movies is named, like, what's his name? No, I think that's the actor. I think they say, like, Ripley or something. That's a character that is, like, named. I'm trying to remember their name, but yeah, I'm thinking of Aliens, because I remember, like, actually a Metroid character, Ridley, was named after something in Alien, and which is really neat. Famous and paparazzi take their cameras. Yeah, I don't really blame you. The paparazzi sounds awful. They seem to harass, like, everybody. It doesn't give a good name to, like, hear about this shit. People who don't know how to actually fucking exercise any space and give people room to walk around and have their personal lives, like, some degree of privacy in them instead of fucking harassing them over and over and over again, which is actually really shitty. I'm not sure, I don't know, unfortunately I don't know a lot of directors by name, like I said, but I do like a lot of directors in general. I think the guy who directed Toy Story is the same one who directed, like, Monsters, Inc., and I like Monsters, Inc. and Toy Story quite a bit, so that's another director I like a lot. I can name a lot of movies that I really enjoy watching. I have to look who directed it, but I also really like Back to the Future. Back to the Future is like a really good movie series in my opinion, and honestly, like, one of my favorites. It's old, but it's really fun to watch. All the Back to the Future movies are pretty enjoyable too. Aw, shit, what the hell? That just, like, came out of nowhere and fucking hit me. Okay, that's annoying. Anyway, I wouldn't mind talking about movies for a while. There's a lot of good movies. Like, I genuinely enjoy talking about the different movies I've seen. Let's see. Actually, another one. I wish I need to look these up later and find out about the directors, but I've got to say, The Matrix, easily one of my favorites I've watched, even though the movies weren't the best in quality. Like, the first Matrix movie was the best one in my opinion. I think the second one was, like, somewhat good too, but they kind of had a trend where they went downhill really quickly because they shoved a lot of scenes in. in there that are like not very great, so yeah, they're more adult scenes. Like, it's not terrible, but I genuinely liked The Matrix more or less. That'd be nice to see a continuation. We see Future is cult classic. Yeah, I think most people have seen Back to the Future at least once. It's a big classic, yeah. It's got a legacy to it for a reason. It's really good. I remember when I watched it for the first time, and I was really glad to check it out. I enjoyed watching all the movies. Same with The Matrix, but yeah, The Matrix had, like, less quality control, I feel like. I feel like they kind of just didn't know what they were doing when it came to, like, the last few movies. Like, I think The Matrix 3 was the one that had, like, the worst quality, even though the ending was actually pretty good. Which is saying something, actually, as much as I hate to say it, because as good as The Matrix is, like, The Matrix wasn't written to be a trilogy so much as it was, like, a 3-part movie, and the fucking ending, well, they kind of didn't really do the greatest job with it, so wasn't the most amazing end to a movie I've ever seen, honestly. New Matrix is coming soon, that's interesting. I'll have to probably check that out, if that actually does happen anytime soon, because I would like to see, like, what they do with it and see if it's any good. I haven't watched The Matrix in fucking forever, so I wouldn't mind seeing what they have next for it. I'm sure it'll be hopefully good. Then again, who knows, because they made, like, Jurassic World, and that was a continuation of Jurassic Park, and I've heard, like, the second Jurassic World movie is apparently not very good. That's the problem with, like, movie continuations nowadays. They're not that great. Like, I hear about this a lot. Like, for the big example, I've heard that Star Wars Episode 8 and 9 are really bad, and Episode 7 was, like, the only one that was, like, somewhat decent compared to, like, all of it. Like, I've heard the sequel trilogy is no good, honestly. Funny how the only Star Wars stuff that's, like, confirmed to be, like, mainline and guaranteedly good by the community is all just, like, the original trilogy. It's not like it's terrible, but apparently, like, prequel trilogy's not very good, and same can be said with the sequel trilogy. Seems like all the good stuff is mostly, like, the non-canon stuff that nobody really cares about too much. Like, I heard the Clone Wars is pretty good, and I've heard like, some of their other movies, like Rogue Squadron's decent. I haven't watched much Star Wars stuff in general, though. Funny, George Lucas was able to make, like, 3 really good movies, and then he lost his touch when it came to Star Wars. Now nobody wants him working on anything because he ends up basically ruining most of the stuff he works on. I'm kind of glad I didn't ever get into Star Wars, because I know that I wouldn't want to really watch the series knowing that it was going downhill in quality. I mean, I need to watch the rest of the, like, original trilogy, but it's not really a big deal. I've heard the prequel trilogy, like I talked about the prequel trilogy, I've heard it's not terrible. I've heard, like, Episode 1 and Episode 3 are apparently decent, but Episode 2's, like, low quality, and really low quality. Okay, I know where I need to go if I can just find that fucking spot with the key. I want to beat this fucking level already. What are some I'm curious, we talked about movies, but I don't mind talking about this every now and then, because I feel like we always bring up new movies. What are some movies you guys liked watching you didn't want to talk about? I've seen a lot of movies over the day. One movie series I really liked that I don't talk about very much, that I liked as a kid especially, like, it was called Land Before Time. That series was really good. It was kind of milk, to be honest, and they made, like, a little too many of them and made, like, more movies in the series than necessary, but I liked Land Before Time quite a bit. That was something I found to be pretty good. A lot of good kids movies that I got to watch. Okay, how do I drop this fucking fake flower thing out of the way? Because I need that to be gone so I can actually move along the level. This is going to take a few tries to get through the remaining bits of the level, isn't it? Alright, let's keep trying. We'll get this one time or another. Oh, it didn't drop. That's weird. Whatever. As long as we can finish the level, that's all that matters, though. Let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can remember movie-wise that's, like, really stand out that I remember. I need to watch more in general, though. I haven't seen Aliens. Oh, god damn it! Did it really fucking just rob the Okay, I was just the game glitching for a second, I guess, because it showed what looked like the bandit taking Baby Mario, and then the door closed. Oh, you fucking bastard! Okay, guess I gotta reload the fucking game again, because this is gonna take a bit, because this level is not very simple. Cars. Lady the Tramp live action remake's good, that's good. I've seen Cars. The Cars franchise is pretty good. I need to sit down and watch 2 and 3 more. I think I've seen bits of 2 and never seen it all together, and I've seen 3. Apparently the plane movie, or whatever they called, like the one that involved like the... Whoops, I loaded the wrong thing, I think. That was my fault. But yeah, apparently like the plane spinoff wasn't as good as like Cars as a whole was, so I don't know how that actually is. I don't know how Disney's movies have been lately, but I haven't seen like a lot that's been interesting. Their fixation on live-action movies worries me a bit. Hopefully it's not going to be what causes them to stop making like good movies altogether. I mean, maybe I'm being a little bit worrisome over it. It's just like I want to see like good animated movies out of them. At least there's still a lot of Pixar stuff that's like really good, though. Pixar has made like a lot of good movies that I like watching, so I've got that I can look forward to. Oh, this part's gonna suck. There's like so many fucking bandits and they keep stealing the baby. Wow, okay. I'm gonna have to make a save state here, otherwise we're gonna be in the spot for a while. It's fine. 3 was a bit... Worse than 1, but still good. That's good to hear. What happened exactly? Oh, the bomb fucking hit me when I was moving. That's bizarre. It just kind of fucking pulled a bomb as soon as I started moving. No wonder. Yeah, let's make another save state, and I'll do it right here, because this is like right before the bandit part, but right after the fucking annoying part here. There we go. I genuinely need to watch more movies that I haven't seen. Probably should get Disney Plus. Like, I have a lot of stuff I need to catch up on. That's one thing I'll give Disney props on that was like a good idea, is like making Disney Plus got them a lot of extra money, and it seems like it's been a good executive decision despite some of the other weird ones they've had. I have no faith in that weird live-action Aladdin thing to be any good, and same goes some of their other live-action shit. It just looks really weird and not as high quality as some of their other movies were. I don't know. I miss when they were making, like, older stuff that was, like, really good, though. I think it's a Pixar thing. Maybe I'm wrong. I will say that, oh, shit, we're in the potted plant boss. I wouldn't normally save state here, because this is easy as hell, but considering the fact that I have, like, a timer of 2 and I can die easy, I need to save state. But yeah, where was I? I was talking about movies, and I forgot which movie I was bringing up. Oh, Disney Plus has been good. Yeah, I was talking about that. How do I kill it? The pushing doesn't work, actually. In the original version, you just kind of, like, push it a little bit, and you can move it away and kill it by shoving it off the edge. Also, I apologize there's fucking anybody who has, like, a problem with this, like, it's, like, epileptic problems, because I'm not intending that, and I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with this exactly. Oh dear. I'm about to make a warning in both the description and, like, the actual, like, I'll just make a warning in the description, the comments. Yikes, this is pretty nasty, though. I'm starting to wonder if you even can kill this thing, because it's not letting me move it any or anything. Lady and Tramp remake. I think that's a live-action movie. I miss a lot of their stuff that I enjoyed, though. I want to see more old Disney stuff that I or not old stuff. I don't say like a lot of the stuff a lot of stuff I liked was really good. I was thinking talking about, what was it I was talking about? I got sidetracked. Oh, fuck off, game. Can't even see Baby Mario and I can't save him. How am I supposed to deal with that exactly? Well, I mean, I said some of them are lazy. I'm not saying all of them are bad. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was going to talk about in terms of movies. Shrek was good. I don't know if that was Pixar or Disney, though, but I like Shrek. Shrek is enjoyable, to say the least. That's weird. It doesn't lock onto it, and it doesn't let me do anything. I try to eat at it, it still does nothing. If I try to push it, nothing happens. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, if I even can. I can't ground pound it either, which is... well then, what the fuck do you do to this thing? Can I not kill it? Sorry if the internet's sucking on you. I know that's lame. I know what it's like. But yeah, I was gonna talk about, like, other movies. Shrek is one I liked a lot. Also, Finding Nemo was a classic. That was a really good movie. I enjoyed that a lot. That was one of my favorites as a kid. I've never watched the sequel movie either, which I probably should at some point. Finding Nemo was, like, really enjoyable. I need to check out Finding Dory at some point. I've heard it's pretty good, honestly. Okay, if I stand on it, all it does is let me fucking do nothing. Okay, I think this is enough of this. This isn't really... I don't think I can actually kill this thing. I think it's basically impossible. Alright, then, let me see. I might actually stop, but let me reset this first. Yeah, reset. Can't stand Nemo anymore. I'll tell you watching school. I didn't see it like that many times. I remember I've seen it a few times. It was good. There's a lot of old movies that I like. Okay, yeah, I think the potted plant boss is like broken. The rest of the level works fine, but the collision for like pushing the pot the plant's in doesn't work. So I'm guessing you can't kill the pot. Okay, we'll pick up another time, maybe tomorrow, maybe later. I didn't actually expect that I would do so little today. I was wanting to do more of this, but considering that I ended up basically not being able to progress past a lot of the levels and found them to be too much of an issue, then I think we're going to be good here, and we're just going to stop, because I don't want to fucking keep going. I've nearly gone 2 hours, because some of the levels in World 2 are not finished and not great, or they're just not very easy to complete or fun, so I think that's going to mark a good stopping point. Alright, I'll call the stream here. I'm going to pick up and Paper Mario the Origami King tomorrow, so we'll be doing that. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm looking forward to doing more of that anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.